My name is Andrew.
My name is Ramzi.
And today,
we're just going to do a couple quick questions. Just ask each other a couple questions. Today, we're going to do a couple rapid fire questions. I got a couple questions for Andrew. He's got a couple questions for me. This episode of takeONE is sponsored by
takeONE Podcast.
Thank you, Andrew and Ramzi. Those are the guys that sit down on the couch, but we're standing today. We're doing it a little bit different.
This is going to be the Quick Question Frenzy TV series.
All right, let's see it. All right, so question one from you.
In terms of, equipment, why do you think lens is more important than the actual camera?
So I think the lens is more important than the camera because it's glass. Like it's what you see your image through. It's what brings the light from the world into the image sensor. So I believe lenses have the potential to really bring out the character in an image, let alone make you look cool when you have a big lens. You feel like a real photographer, but totally kidding. Joking about that. But yeah, the lenses add character. You can pair a very nice lens with an okay camera and the image is going to look great. But if you put like a cheap lens on a really expensive camera, it's not the same. It's what gives the depth. It's like the 70 to 200 millimeter lens photos that you took. Like that lens just, even if you put that lens on a cheap Sony, it's still going to look good. So in short, that's why I believe lenses are more important than the camera. Spend 2/3 of your budget on a lens and 1/3 on the camera body. Great rule of thumb to go by. Just trust me. And if you don't trust me, then you will find out very soon. All right, next question. Oh, I got to ask you the question. Now, we always talk about the lens. Does a camera make an image? Does a good camera and a high-end camera equal a good photo or a good video?
I would say probably makes the both. And the reason why I say that is because it's not just the recording or the photo being taken of at the moment. It's a mixture of how you use it, where are you angling it, what kind of lighting are you using, what kind of scenery are you creating. So that's why I think it's a mix of both. And because like when you have like, let's say a 4K video up there, you can tell the difference from 4K to 1080 to 720. But when you're watching a video if that video in 4K is not displayed properly and it's not a nice image like you see here, then that can take away from the actual storytelling. And that's why you'll see a lot of videos online saying, I'm going to give this beginner like a $5,000 camera and give this professional, like a $1,000 camera. And you can see the way that it gets conveyed to you. Have you seen those videos before?
Yeah. So you're saying that you don't need an expensive, a good camera doesn't make a good image, just like a good oven doesn't cook a good meal. That's a good way I like to think about it.
Yeah.
Right? One thing, it just drives me nuts when I show somebody sees a piece of work that comes from my camera and they're like, wow, that's a great camera. But like if someone cooks you a meal at their home, you don't tell them, wow, you've got a nice oven. You know what I mean though? It's not the equipment.
It's the chef.
It's the chef.
Yes.
It's the fucking chef.
It's the chef.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Shit. All right. What do you think is the most sustainable videography career and why?
In 2021, the most sustainable videography, kind of like, you mean like what type of videography?
Yes.
Local businesses, man. Local businesses need us more than ever right now. Yes, corporate videography is amazing. It pays quite well, and it's still something that you can do in your portfolio. But I believe there's a lot of value and a lot of money to be made from local businesses who just want to stand out. Like right now, I think big corporations are kind of drowning the small guys because they have those budgets. But if you're, a freelance videographer, I'm sure your rates are ones that many local businesses can afford, even if they are a premium. I'm talking like in the range of like $60 to $150 an hour. Value yourself where you see fit, study the market a little bit, but you can value yourself high and you can benefit local businesses. And I think that is the most sustainable way to get through 2021 and the most fulfilling, because you're helping the homies out. It's the people in your town. It's the people that were there for you when you needed them, so you could be there when they need you. Don't just, buy their shitty takeout.
And it challenges you in a way that, there's tons of local businesses. You're not just focusing on one niche, you're focusing on a variety, and that's really gets the test out. that really gets to test out your skill and how you can try to make, you know, a nail salon, or whether it's food to make it look nice,
or
so
construction or simulation driving or coffee shop. Like it definitely challenges you, and in doing it myself, and you know, Andrew's done it too. Like you meet so many cool people, and they're just real people who I like local businesses because you can really see that it's an expression of the owner, right? Like it's there.
Corporate's not real people.
Not that corporate's not real people. They're just such in the eyes of the public that they're bound to not behave the way that, you know, is.
And sometimes are probably more like judgmental on fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that.
And they're more fixated on like a professional office environment process, whereas a local business, they don't know what it's like to produce a corporate video. Like a corporate video timeline is probably like several months. You have to do the pre-production and the planning, and you have to get it approved by a team and a meeting and another meeting, and then 40 meetings later. Whereas a local business, you walk in, hey, like, hey, I have this idea. How can we create it? Okay, I'm going to come in, schedule a day. You go in, boom, you just shoot it. Fuck it. You just shoot it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good. I have a question for you now. All right. How are you going to add value to your existing clients?
To my existing clients, I want to be able to like sit down with my clients and be like, hey, curating content specifically to them. And the reason why I say that is because there's so much that goes beyond the actual video. It's how do you make content that is meaningful to the audience that's receiving it? Because I can just go out and make a barber video, but if I'm not curating that content specifically for that business to try to basically grab a group of people and say, hey, this is the best place to be, then I don't think I'm going to be doing it right. But I think meaningful connections and with your clients going to be a big thing. Not just I'm in, I'm out. How can I be a long-term partner with you, and how can I make your business grow while also testing my skills to help improve?
I like that.
Or testing my skills to improve. Yeah.
I would hire you, but I could do it all myself.
But fortunate enough, we already got hired by takeONE podcast.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Ramzi and Andrew from takeONE podcast. Those are the guys that sit down. Thank you to them for sponsoring this, a little mini thing of rapid fire. I think we should do more of these rapid fires, but like,
and if you like it, give it a comment down below.
I have an idea for the rapid fire. I'm not going to say it because I don't want anyone to steal it, but I have an idea for these rapid fires, and I think it can be fun. Today we had a TV behind us. What are we going to have next time? Who knows?
And if you want to get featured here, send us a video, send us a photo. We'll feature you guys there.
You can email us at takeonepodcast@gmail.com, podcast with a K. I'm going to spell it out. Yeah, takeonepodcast, the word podcast spelled with a K, at gmail.com. So with that, Andrew, you know what, bro? I'm going to shake your hand.
Make handshakes normal again.
Yes. See you later.